A Nebraska football player has died after a crash. It happened just after 6:30 yesterday morning in rural Polk County, according to the sheriff. Polk County is not far from Columbus, Nebraska. Deputies found a pickup truck between trees at 141st and Q Road south of Columbus. The driver of the truck was identified as 32-year-old Cole Penzick, a former Husker offensive lineman. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The sheriff's office says Penzick didn't stop at a stop sign. He then went off the road and into the trees. Authorities say he was not wearing a seatbelt.
And today, Husker football going online and offering condolences to the family and teammates of Cole Penzick. Penzick hailed from Columbus. He was a key player in 2013. He was one of 30 Huskers to earn academic All-Big Ten honors that year.